Today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center. We're gonna go visit Susan Shand. If you remember her from the past seasons, she's a wonderful local interior designer. She has a new adobe house in downtown Santa Barbara, and I hear it looks just fantastic. So we're gonna go furnish it today. Please join me and see what she has done. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Michael.
How are you?
Great. I've got something fun to show you today.
It's beautiful already. Look at this.
Let's go in. Let's take a little adventure.
After you. All right. What a beautiful entrance.
Fabulous. So part of what I love about this home is the old and the new that we're going to create here. And this is an old adobe, but you know, Michael and Brown did a great job in getting us started here with this beautiful flooring.
All beautiful floors. Look at
You'll
that.
see some more architecture when we go inside. But I wanted to bring the old and the new in. And partly what we've done with that is you'll see this wall hanging. I spent some time in Peru. I like to bring back collections for my clients.
Wonderful.
So
Yeah, that's actually a beautiful piece. And
now,
explain to the viewers what it is.
these fabrics are made in the Sacred Valley of Peru. They're all handmade textiles. The work that they put into this work is beyond belief, the amount of time it takes. And so there was a collection of these that I purchased when I was there, and then I had them then taken and sewn onto a wonderful linen fabric and framed.
It's
and
beautiful.
These become Peruvian wall hangings that are pieces of art.
And actually goes very well with the environment we
Oh,
have here.
it's
The
perfect.
adobe, the old floors, and look at this.
Yeah.
It brings a lot of life.
And it brings
light to
color.
it. Beautiful.
Over here, this piece of furniture, which I thought was wonderful that your store had, this is walnut and mahogany.
It's a walnut and mahogany put together. Yes, it's inlays, and I like the wagon wheel you have out there.
Well, that's an
beautiful.
antique Chinese wagon wheel. So again, the theme here is old and new because this is really in an older section of town, but it's been beautifully redone to make it new and more contemporary.
It's wonderful.
Your wood on this, when you get close and look at the grain in that, you can almost see flowers in that.
Actually, that's what they did. Yes, beautiful.
And I absolutely love this piece. It's so rich for an entryway.
Beautiful. All right, so maybe go to the...
Let's go upstairs.
All right. I like the way Suzanne incorporates these beautiful textiles into wall art. If this is the entrance, I'm excited to see the rest. Today we are in downtown Santa Barbara with Susan Shand, and let's see what she has selected for this beautiful living room.
Okay, Michael, welcome to the living room.
That looks beautiful. Very contemporary, but at the same time very original.
Pretty.
It's beautiful. All right, here we are. We start from the ground up.
The purpose of this rug pad, I know, you know, this is gorgeous floors, so how do you protect them? Is that what you do?
Well, the pad actually is very essential to the longevity of the rug. So what it does is it protects the floor against getting scratches and also protects the rug from getting worn down. So it's a good thing to have. It makes the rug last twice as long.
And nobody's going to slide around.
Nobody slides.
And slip. We don't want slippage.
Absolutely.
Well, you know I love these rugs.
The Moroccan rugs, I know you're one of the big fans of them, and I like them a lot myself.
I've shown them before on your show, but I love them, and this one in particular, because the owners of this home have been to Africa, and a lot of the theme you'll see as we walk through the home has some African touches and elephants. Tell us about this rug.
It's actually a Moroccan style rug. We make this in northern India with cashmere wool. It's actually, the wool is very superior to anything else you can buy in the market. We make them in every size, color, and obviously design, but this is one of my best sellers because it's really beautiful, and the wool on it feels like velvet.
Oh no, this is so soft. You just want to lie on this. I've taken my shoes off and walked around this thing, and I think that's your selling point. Somebody just takes their shoes off and walks on this rug, it's sold.
Well, it is, and it's a big plus. You have it at your home too.
Yeah, I do. And I think the Summerlin home we did it in blue.
We did it in blue, absolutely, and it comes in so many different colors.
So I'm your biggest fan, I think, on these.
Well, thank you very much. The rugs are the ones that they sell themselves.
They're beautiful. So the owners had these two matching sofas, which eventually I'm going to have reupholstered by you because they need a little fluffing, but they're lovely and the color's right. So we have two of these, but we wanted some punch of color. So I'm going to bring in some of the Peruvian pillows that I picked up in Peru.
Beautiful.
To match our wall hanging downstairs, and just to give it a little oomph and something that brings back a natural, organic Santa Barbara Spanish flavor. And Peru does that for us.
It's the same as the style we have here, actually. Peruvian, Colombian textiles, they look very similar to the...
And I love this table. It almost looks like it's cowhide when we know it's not. And it matches the pillows that we've gotten from you, which are those cowhide pillows. So again, Santa Barbara, the original roots of Santa Barbara, the cows, the bulls, the bullfights,
They had a bullfight.
whatever. I imagine it to be the case. So it's, you know, the old Santa Barbara. What is that table made from? Is that just stone?
Well, actually, you said it right. It's a faux stone. It's very light. They just made it to look like it's stone top, and it's floating, actually. That's what I like about it. It floats at top of the table.
Yeah, and it's playful.
Very interestingly,
and
yeah.
it plays off of the lines that are in our rug. And then you'll see when we bring the chairs in that it plays off the pillows.
Have very good taste. See, it looks very nice.
Fine thing. That's a fun table.
Besides this, we had those nice chairs we custom made for you. Those are...
That leather on these chairs, we wanted a swivel chair. We wanted this room to feel comfortable, but yet contemporary. These chairs give us the ability to bring in that contemporary feeling in a swivel chair, so you can really rotate around the room and look at the beauty of this place.
It's some of the nicest chairs I have ever made, actually. And I'm glad you picked that leather because it's really, really rich and never gets bad. Just about it. I mean, it always looks new and always fresh.
And I love this little part of the fact that you can float and swivel like you're on
swivel gliders.
Like you're on a cloud. You've got your cloud rug, you've got your cloud chairs, you've got sort of your cloud table. And we should do a heavenly theme.
Heavenly theme. It is
heavenly theme.
Living in Santa Barbara is heaven.
It is heaven.
Let me move this a little bit off. Okay, so we can fit the other one. Beautiful. Look at that.
So the pillows for these I thought were fun because, again, they're that cowhide feeling and they play off of our table. And I love that furry feeling of, you know, if you can't have a pet, you might as well have furry pillows and a furry rug.
So while you're doing the pillows, I'm gonna sit out here and enjoy the swivel glider.
Okay, so we can bring in those little pillows, the cowhide pillows.
Oh yeah, this is comfortable.
And nice?
This is very comfortable.
Yeah, it's extremely.
And I tell people to sit in the swivel gliders because they're addictive. I mean, literally, you don't want to get off of it.
I like the fact, up here with our pillows,
Oh,
I like the fact that the leather is cool and the summer, but it also gets warm in the winter when you have the heat on, so it's perfect.
It's beautiful.
See, I love these.
Look at that.
It's playful. So Michael, let's accessorize with some pillows and some books to bring some life into this living room. Can we sit down in these gorgeous chairs?
Please, I was going to suggest.
Because there is rest for the weary after all.
Gosh, this feels so good.
These are like a cloud. They're yummy. So, Michael, remember we first walked in here and these were darker sofas and it was bringing the color of the place down a little bit. So we've added some punch. We've got the creams and the browns now, but we also have a punch of Peruvian artwork.
Those orange reds is
in
beautiful.
a way. Yeah, artwork and pillows.
It looks very beautiful. I see you have another America Martin hanging. It's beautiful art. I understand she's a very young artist and she's from Los Angeles.
Yeah,
and
well, she's 35 years old, but she's so prolific. She's like the Picasso of our period, I feel. I'm actually hooked. You know that I've shown her in several of your shows. So this particular piece I fell in love with. I was with the clients at her art showing and got to meet her in person.
Oh, wow.
And she's as young as you can imagine, but she does get herself immersed in her art. This particular piece is the Wine Woman. And the reason so is if you look at it carefully, you'll see all the grapes. And she said when she went to study this, she really immersed herself in the subject matter. She went up to Northern California, which is our wine country, and she lived with a friend of hers who's a grand sommelier.
Oh, wonderful.
And she actually pressed grapes with her feet, and she said she spent weeks painting, and this is what one of those pieces were. And
it's fascinating. It's very beautiful and actually very attractive at the same time.
It's perfect in this home because it's got the browns, and they are also entertaining people. So the grapes and the wine, it's just life.
Wonderful. Great job. So where we go from here?
Well, let's now talk a little bit briefly about this coffee table and what we put on it. So we put some books because they're readers, and one of the books is beautifully illustrating parts of Santa Barbara, one's about Cuba. But I love your dried pieces, and this particular one is agave, and so organic. And as we walk outside later, you'll see why this makes sense in this particular home, is because their view from the outside patio is just a platform of agaves. So I just love
Looking forward to see that.
And this will live forever, right?
Well, you don't need to water it. It's good for drought.
That's perfect. Just lock up the place and leave it alone.
That's it. All right, so shall we go to the dining room?
Let's go to the dining room next. Oh, I have to get up now? Darn it.
Oh, yeah. Once again, we are in beautiful downtown Santa Barbara with Susan Shand. She has done the entrance, the living room, and let's see what she has planned for the dining room.
So, Michael, I know I'm bringing up a lot of Peru today, but the colors warrant themselves to be in this particular place because they're so organic and so bright. This particular piece was from a small village called Chinchera, and the women there weave this from dyes that they've made themselves from little pots of vegetables and fruits, and so all of these colors are all organic.
They're beautiful.
And then they hand weave for days, and this is what you end up with. So I thought, what a perfect runner to place on this darker table just to give it a pop of color.
It's magnificent.
And there you have it. And it just brightens up the place, and the fact that it's organic and you're eating organic food. What more could you ask for?
No, nothing. It's beautiful.
Very Santa Barbara. So I'd like to add some accessories to this table, and what I really would like to put on here are those great faux imitation tortoise shells from the Design Center. And the clients love them because they've got a great sense of humor, and they're funny. And so we're going to put those in the centerpiece of this table. So I think these chairs work really well with the rest of the room.
I agree with you.
And I love the imitation tortoise shells. They're just a good little pop in here.
It brings some appetite.
So yeah, tortoise soup. Let's go into the bedroom.
Let's do that.
Okay, so now we're in the bedroom. And these are fabulous end tables that I love that I found at the Design Center.
Yeah.
They're wonderful because they have that special light up feature.
Yes, they actually light up at night underneath. There's a night light in it, and it's very actually beautiful. I like it the way they're antique finish. They have the antique mirror, they're hand carved. It's one of my favorite nightstands, and obviously you have a good taste, so you picked them.
Oh, I love them. And I love that it's got all those little extensions too for your cell phone at night, your clock, and so.
The whole 9 yards is updated. It looks old, but is made for 21st century.
And I love the hand carving that goes on around it, and that antique mirror behind.
Or behind it.
So when it lights up at night, it's like a glowing candle. So let's accessorize this simply now.
And after that, we'd love to see the rest of the house. The viewers will enjoy to see what you have done.
You've got it.
All right.
This is the beautiful bathroom. Light and bright like everybody wants their bathroom to be. Fabulous bathtub, lots of storage. You couldn't ask for more than this in a bathroom. This little media console is on the way into our office, and I love it because it matches a piece that we made for the office as well. But I love the fact that it's been made from mango wood, so who would think that you can make something from mango wood and you can eat mango wood as well. But I love this piece. And this wonderful office space with the nail head, wood base, and it swivels, and its linen fabric is a perfect place to sit and do your work. And if you go up and look at that light that the Design Center had hanging in their ceiling, and I fell madly in love with this as well. It's just the perfect glass, clear chandelier opening for a room like this. It makes it light and bright and airy.